making vegetable soup. And what we have in there is just some beans, kidney beans, some green beans we have in here. And we have some spinach, celery, and some onions. And any spices? I just put in some spices. I just put a little bit of thyme in there, and I put a little bit of salt, and I put a bay leaf in there. The recipe from the book, you get the books, they don't have spices. Spices were imported.
Right.
Now these are the cookbooks these recipes are from like the 1800s. Some of them are older than that. John has to get up, and that's what they would have had to do. You'd have to get up very early in the morning. You have to start the fire. You can't, if you want to have breakfast at 7 o'clock, you're going to have at least 2 hours before to get that fire going. I mean, because it's going to flare first,
Right.
and then it's going to burn down into coal. So it's going to take some hours.
And
so
you
you just can't go in the kitchen and turn on the stove.
Start the wood, and then it just does its thing.
And then it starts to look like this. It was a little bit different than it was in the South.
Yeah.
They had those slaves for profit. They were working, and these men this is what ran their multi-million-dollar companies. Okay, so they had tons of workers on their plantations. In New England, they had slaves, but they had small. They were part of the family, and they had a few because they needed to have cooks and blacksmiths, and they had trades, and they were educated. And a lot of the slaves, just a little bit before slavery ended in New England here, they were educated to where they took most of the trade, especially down in Newport, the whole port was pretty much run by the ex-slaves. And because of the ships, all the trade.